Hello, I am the Dark Fae and welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. We're super close to the end of the game and now we have to investigate for clues about the outside world. Oh, I'm on a Kuma. I had no idea I could still find them.
I knew you could do it.
Ah, interesting. Are there more in here? Probably not, but you never know. Okay, let's leave. But then, will there be... Okay, like, can I actually access places now? Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. But like, where can I even go? Everything's glitching now, too. Hey, Sonia. This hallway, there is a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? Whoa. Can go this way. I can go these ways. These ways. The dojo. But why is it all so glitchy? Hey, is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expecting inside of this building to make sense. A book. What is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious-looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. Just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it. There's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege, where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process. The ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Although it's the green text, maybe I should have narrated it like that would be so annoying. I'm not going to do it. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. What school hasn't? If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with the research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? Manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. A reserve department. The department was only built to collect money. I was one of those reserve corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again.
Shing!
Ah, the thing that's weird is you, of course. Huh?
Hey! Hey!
Why did you forget that you were part of the reserve department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too. What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve corps students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. Ooh, that's that. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. Yeah, amnesia, the dark descent. Ooh, just kidding. It happens pretty often. Not that I'd know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve corps student. Well, way to rub it in. Damn it, what the heck? Tainted truth bullet? Wait, is there gonna be another trial too? Oh my god, there will. Oh no, how many things are there gonna be? Armor and a helmet. The map developers designed this to reflect a Japanese dojo. This cherry blossom tree is in full bloom. It may be a tasteful sight to see a blooming cherry tree inside a dojo, but in this situation, it just looks bizarre. Straw post, I guess it means it was used for training. Anything in the lockers? There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wood block key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue, okay? Don't tell me I have to go through the whole academy, though. That's the dojo. Oh god, even the pillars are missing, like, pixels. Can't go in here. Hey, Soda.
What's going on?
This hallway, it's kinda creepy. I can't go to places that I should be able to go to. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. It's as if there's an invisible wall or something. But you can see it. You can clearly see that there's... Whoa. But I can't go in. It's creepy though. The Matrix. Okay, so where can I go? 어디는 가요? This is the same classroom I was just in, but there's another book. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, huh? Wasn't The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in the other manga too? It is, except you immediately disregarded it because it didn't make sense. That's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages. See what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is... Should I do a voice for this? My throat's already kinda hurting. As the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamukura. We haven't heard this before. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. Oh, maybe that's who Nagito was talking to. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who is known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. Fuck. See, we never actually got to see or hear, like, what it was. We just kind of saw the aftermath of it. Oh, fuck. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated, and the uprising began. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. Incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. We're excited. Danganronpa/0? Oh. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy. What irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. Oh ho ho ho! You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope, but for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish it had given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here it said that the Reserve Corps students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Okay. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? Junko? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Wow. Murdered 13 students? Holy shit. Okay, so now where do I go? Can't go that way. The dojo is here. I can't go here. It has to be like down this way, right? Is this open now? Yeah, it is. Okay, I just find them in order. Oh, that's right, the biolab. Oh, what the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I could get out of here already. There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Because what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. Oh please. You just heard about a murder of 13 students, and this is going to be worse, and you think it's going to be lame? I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. Ugh. That's creepy. I'm just gonna read it in my voice. Story about creepily oh no, I'm gonna use the voice that I'm using for my new D&D character, which is a Domfear Swarmkeeper Ranger, who is basically like an undead hive husk with bugs. She's creepy, but it's very fun. About creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents, an incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. Or maybe I should have done like the creepy, I do a creepy like, kind of robotic voice. It's from Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. And then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. Although it's kind of like Sonia's. I'll just continue. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. And soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times, where senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. Oh, so that's what it was. That's how, like, the world just fell into, like they said, acts of terrorism and uprisings and just... Interesting. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant, what's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough. What is this messed up manga? Woohoo! I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened? And I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hello.
Whoa, I've never heard him say that before. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. See, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. Well, as a headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. I read this like 10 minutes ago. That's why I'm thinking about telling you about the outside world, like before you make a decision whether you want to leave Java Rock Island or stay here. Hey, there's a Anakuma. He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world, so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Should be, just like now. Perhaps... No, that's definitely it. Tragedy has been added to the truth bullets. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is the Ultimate Despair Group? They're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction. Are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then, are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. No, the Monokuma, I missed it earlier. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. But if you're forcing me to leave, that means... Phew, that was close, I nearly froze to death. Where should I go next? Let me get the... You got the Monokuma. There was no point in making me leave. This game makes you leave when you don't want to leave, and then doesn't leave when you want it to. Just take you somewhere. Now I'll leave. Okay, but now, yeah, seriously, where to next? Can I go down? Or are other places gonna open? Right, B is open now. No, I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. But is there a book? There's not. Despair, it says.
Jeez.
When I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do that either.
Hiya!
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasantly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here?
No, no.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. Hehe. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? Should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I love hot pot. Even though it almost killed me once. But anyways, I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up, what did you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for.
What?
Surprise! It's about ultimate despair. Huh? Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days.
Actually,
Yeah, Junko. It was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl?
yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima.
Hey,
As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me!
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. It kinda is, though. You get a bunch of people, like like-minded people, and just... yeah. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
Unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power.
Phew.
Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat.
Huh?
Then what was their purpose?
Huh?
What? Like I said,
You-
why did they cause that incident? Doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
Hey,
It was Junko Enoshima's despair. For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima. What are you saying? I am a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. I'm just thinking back to Nagito and on the ship because he had Junko's hand, which is weird. You know, because he just said becoming her limbs. Anyways, all despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Enoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Enoshima's name. For example,
Phew.
they killed their families and friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible.
What?
You know about the final days of the reserve corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students at the Reserve Department all committed mass suicide. Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
All 2,357 students? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded. Huh? Is that me?
Damn it!
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair. Junko and Ushima. It doesn't scare me at all. You look pretty damn scared right now, hon. I mean,
Bastard!
Junko and Ushima is already dead. Huh? Ooh, this is really cool. I love learning about all these, all the mysteries from the first game and shit. Or the histories. Histories and mysteries. There's the title of the episode. What do I do now? Do I leave?
What?
No, I don't.
Hey,
Oh, I don't want to keep going. I apologize. Okay, good. Woo. Oh, I gotta ask Fuyuhiko about that. How does he know? Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko Enoshima is really dead?
Huh?
What, you didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. Wait, I didn't... That one was close to me. A bloody classroom? No, wait, what was that you said about the killing school life? Yeah. Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead.
like...
Turns out that killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy, and she took away their memories. It's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being such a cruel asshole. Surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
So...
Students of Hope's Peak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing students to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, you're trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up.
Huh.
But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. Why are you dotting me, you bear? No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Incorrect. Cause if someone's made into a martyr, that's still kind of reason to fear them. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter.
Bastard!
Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? Junko Enoshima is already dead. Are the rest of the ultimate despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but... An imitation is just that. An imitation.
No shit!
And the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to something fake. But if this really is an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere, just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? We don't know. Okay. Did it? Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What, do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's gonna happen if you do that?
Ooh,
One
how
step at a time.
exciting.
You're getting closer to clearing my character route. You're not making sense again.
Well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside.
Yah-ha!
I'll raise them flags like crazy. What if I try to leave? Oh no. Wait, what? I don't have to talk to him? Oh god, I thought it was gonna continue off of that. Okay. Okay, let's leave. Am I gonna be on the first floor? Yeah, I am. Knew it. Oh god, it's gonna be. This is a long one then. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? Oh god. No, I've already decided that I'm not gonna be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this, but there's time for you to like monologue your thoughts like this. Okay, just checking what was behind me. I don't really want to talk to Akane, so we're not going to. My voice is like already shot from doing these 2 episodes. Where do I go from here? So many doorways blocked by something weird. Pocahontas. Know your Disney songs. So many voices ringing in my ear. This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Like a tombstone? I'm sorry, monument. Looks like it's some sort of monument? Why would there be a monument in a music room? And not just that. The mark engraved into the monument is the symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduate of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? This I kind of already figured. Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. Okay. Thank you, less reading is good for me. What is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. I was thinking of Killing School Life. You may be— oh, and those are the 15 who were sent to the Killing School Life. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Urashima rallying them. In a worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the Killing School Life. Oh, it's talking about us. Also, if they are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins, and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Operations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? Is this like Neo World program? Did they try to make like a virtual world where basically humanity like started over and people, so that way people now go live in this virtual world and without being affected by like the tragedy and like just the despair, ultimate despairs and all that? Yeah. Survivors of and we're here as like a trial run? But then how come we went through the Killing School Life again? I don't know. Test? What would they be? I don't know. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who is part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? The biggest, most awful, most tragic event. I hate saying this all the time. And human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore, maybe. Starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. Okay. That's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. I guess Monokuma ruined it, huh? Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko Enoshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. There really is a research facility on this island. There should be other Future Foundation members here. I don't know why, but like reading this just kills my voice because you just have to repeat the same words so fucking often. If there's really, yeah. Somehow, there are still so many mysteries. Okay, so that's the music room. I don't remember the 4th floor. Was this the library? No, library was 3rd floor. The office? Teacher's lounge? Did the black smudges go away when I'm going the right direction? I think so. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not. Because, I don't know. List of subjects. This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe...
It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that.
Well...
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy going to be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. This is subjects. Those are all our names. There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? Why does Hiyoko get a newspaper? List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters. Just below that are names I've seen before. Ultimate imposter. There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Yeah, that Hiyoko Sayonji is written there. What is this newspaper? Not actually Junko, right? She's too short. What is this? It says Miss Hiyoko Sayonji. This can't mean the same Hiyoko, right? That doesn't really look like her, does it? That's not Junko, right? I mean, the Hiyoko we knew was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. Never trust the pigtails, apparently. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way I can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure, it's too different from the Hiyoko we knew. What does this mean?
Huh?
This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hiyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hiyoko Sayonji here. Oh, then Hiyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first and last name?
I mean...
That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. That's not Hiyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister?
Man...
Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. Hiyoko is the Saionji family's only daughter.
Hmm.
If she doesn't have a sister... Oh, if she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still too much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hiyoko.
Of course not.
What are you saying? Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well...
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt? What are you saying? She's already dead. Is the newspaper recent, and that's how she would look now? So this is like in the past. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt. Stop laughing.
Hey, I'm feeling white.
Well, regardless, all the clues I provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hiyoko in this newspaper... Is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how could there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? This isn't real. We're in a simulation or some shit. And it was all a dream, a dream, a dream. Except I think they will actually have a better explanation, hopefully, than that. Why does this even exist?
Hey, hey,
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh?
this is bad.
If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Flash clone. I've been watching Halo. Did that experiment change Hiyoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under that list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
What's going on? It better not have anything to do with time travel. Okay. Man, this is gonna be a long... I almost said expedition. Investigation if we have to go through all the rooms and all of the floors. Ooh, okay, come on, voice. Yeah, but I can't. Oh. I wanted to look at the hologram. Extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched into the placard says Izuru Kamukura? Oh, so Izuru was the founder? Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. So yeah, he was the one who killed everybody. Unless it was him. There are letters floating in the air like the music room from earlier. It's like a passage from an email someone wrote. These are not secure emails. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Oh, like the ultimate despair's leftovers? Even though they have lost Junko and Ushima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended, so she is dead. I guess if Nagito's got her hand. Wait, has Nagito had her hand this whole time? Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko and Ushima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is in order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. The biggest resolve of a tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds. It's pretty much all out war. And the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war. There's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Okay. Okay, oh, that's it? With this, you've totally erased all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime. You should now go on to the next stage. Next stage? Oh, but there's the Monokuma.
Huh?
The Matrix
Are
Monokuma.
you serious?
So many coins I have nothing to do with. Nothing that I can do with them. Floor 2. Damn it, not again. Whoa, this looks pretty crazy. The hallway is different from last time. I guess when that flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, I moved to a different hallway than the last. How can you do that? That's a simulation. No, now's the time not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about, yeah, Hajime, you think too much. You're making me read too much. Thinking about it is just going to waste my energy. It wastes my energy. Okay, this is now the second floor? Third floor, third floor. Oh, this is the one with the library, right? It's the library. See, I don't remember how this floor. Oh, the rec room. That's right, that's right. Yeah. There's a billiard table. Whoa, it's floating. There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. Hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school. This was the most obvious thing that I saw. It's a file with Hope's Peak Academy's seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? I might even ask a question like that. Obviously, Monokuma's responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It's full of difficult technical terms, and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word true hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope's Peak Academy was behind something like that. I don't really get it, but something about these words. True hope, huh? Okay, I leveled up again. And the thing, oh, the hologram. This hologram again. What's this one say? Another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them, and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them, due to the fact that we were unable to ask them about specific details. It is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others. So we decided to entrust them to the survivors, the killing school life. Yeah, okay. That's kind of along the lines of what I was thinking. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Okay, okay. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up.
What's this?
My, Hajime. If you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
Hey,
It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them. You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
No, no!
Well, who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all. There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Yeah, let's leave. I feel like once Mom no Kuma pops up, then it's kind of gone. It's like I'm in a different hallway again. Pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. I'm just on a ceiling. Oh, Akane's all fucked up. We're on the second floor now. The pool. Okay, so it's not the pool. Probably the library, huh? She's talking to her because she's so weird and glitchy. It's close. It's very close. Something is coming. Akane's twitching her nose and examining her surroundings.
Based on my gut feeling.
They're definitely real close. At least that's what my gut is telling me. Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally? Let's see. My gut feeling is... they're both.
Yo!
He's right. They're both. Both? What do you mean?
You.
I don't know any details. It's just my gut after all. Well, that's true, I guess. Weird. 2A. The library, right? I figured it'd be the library. Is there gonna be a trial after this though? That's what I'm wondering. This must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. Well, I mean, there's the hologram, but... this hologram again, it must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it, there's no doubt it's another clue. Future Foundation, 14th Division, Makoto Naegi! Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep those people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. And carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi, but he's with the Future Foundation, right? So who wrote the email? Because it said U6, and Makoto escaped, including him, 6 students. But who... are we the remnants? Is that possible? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? One more thing. Or no? I guess it seemed like that was the only thing. Keep going? Maybe somewhere else opened up, yeah? Wait, it said that this was the classroom. This was on in the hotel. Wasn't it a Despair Hotel? Didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it, but I was in a school and now I'm suddenly in a laundry room. Oh, that is Junko's magazine, right? This looks like a tablet computer. Looks like the power is on too. Is this the next clue? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo World Program. Neo World Program? This word, Neo World. I seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World Program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. It is a simulator. The Neo World Program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World Program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist. Chihiro! Chihiro was the Ultimate Programmer. Were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World Program allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. I was right. Additionally, the Neo World Program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world, through the use of the virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. That's terrifying. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Program? Feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. Feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. Desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. Ah! I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm starting to accept that this... No way something as crazy as this actually exists.
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character out. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Everything right now that we just experienced, this whole damn game so far, has been made up. Made up? Including me, too? What the fuck, man? Wait, does that mean people aren't actually dead? First floor?
Hiya!
Oh. Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. Woohoo! You guys are the only ones watching this who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Throbbing? Look forward to it. Woohoo! This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but... What the fuck, man? Where am I supposed to go? Hey, Sonia, there you are.
Well?
Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo effect? Huh? The placebo effect is when your health improves after taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite. Which means as long as the human body controls all other which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions. If the brain believes something is real, it will become real. Why would you bring that up all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh my.
Huh? I'm not sure. I do not fully understand. The heck? Because have you ever questioned the nature of your reality? That your world is not what it seems. The moment you discover that the truth was a lie, all hope will disappear. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Is this the bloody classroom? I can't remember. Or was that on a higher floor? It was. Big object. Oh look. Code bugs. Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. But what in the world is it? And the moment I looked at the object... The door? Error, no identifier linked. Chihiro! Welcome! Welcome to the Neo World program. Is this the voice that I used? Hey guys, right? A person? A floating person is talking to me. Well, maybe we're gonna just keep going on this till the end. Who is it? No, is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. Alter Ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk? But what are you? Alter Ego? Artificial intelligence program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I like how it says height, and then it says not female on the right of Chihiro, or Alter Ego. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it, it's that feeling from earlier again. It's floating. Like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet or the ground. Like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has omitted the data collection procedure for shaping the world, the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears the space is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There is no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths. They're all just fiction. Is that... And so I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you could say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope? But the fact that we're here, and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step toward replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories of any time period you set it to? So Monokuma was right. We did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me, too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy while it's still in its experimental stage. I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. Are you saying we're lab rats? It's the only thing I can think of. Sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us. But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? Kinda sounds like they have been trying to fight against this, like, despair, right? And this, like, the ultimate despairs and such, that they've turned to less than ideal and less humane practices. So that's why, like, ally but not ally. I'm sorry, I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people, along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students, Monomi and Chiaki. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the Observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. But the Observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they'd seem the same as everyone else. What kind of authorities does the teacher role have? Well, Monokuma's the virus, right? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there's no risk of abuse. Because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death. What? That virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build the world. It was like it was a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock in the funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. She's being DDoSed. But Alter Ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means the supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this Alter Ego? Okay. If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? Artificial intelligence waging attack against another one? That's so freaking irritating. Okay. Not my first reaction, but sure, it's freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program? Maybe when someone was like jacked in, they had the virus in the... I don't know. The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's possible it was infected through it's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Nakito? Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility. But only one person who could enter that facility. But the only person who could enter that facility is someone who is a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? Achievement unlocked halfway there? What? Wait, halfway? What do you mean halfway? Hang on. Oh, I reached level 50. That's what it was. I thought it was like I was halfway done with this investigation and I was like, okay, kill me now. But it's true that the virus is powerful and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it. But I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too. A limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Hey.
Okay.
Come on now.
Even if you're just a god in the machine, that's enough hints from you.
How strange.
How strange. I love that line. It's my favorite one from Monokuma. If you're gonna say something more, suppose that you exist between life and death. The death of yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to the deflection based on the definition of existence that constitutes the relationship. From there, the paradigm change results by being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable and accelerates and crosses with the joint ownership of the world, and the situation from the context invites your death. Death. Oh gosh. It really is very Doki Doki Literature Club. Death. Okay. Death. Keep forgetting that I can actually keep just clicking. What the heck? What just happened? You're right there, aren't you? Is that Makoto? Someone is right there, right? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe he can't hear my voice from this side? Apparently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. Wow, wait, so someone made those 6 survivors watch this? Huh? Things you guys were forced to do. We were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really wanted to save you right away, but because of the virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. That alter ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there, I hope. It looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. So who is this guy anyway? It's Makoto. Is he our ally? Is there some time? I'm gonna say what I need to say and believe you're there listening to me. First, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo World program. That's entirely our fault. The responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? We're the just remnants of despair, aren't we? Maybe not. I don't know. What do you want to save us from? Why would this save us? Like, if he could prove that without that world that's been like corrupted by despair, if we were remnants and we were put into this world with hope, that we would be fine. You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? No. Oh, it is the same one. Okay. You know, 11037. 11037, that's the number we found at Nizubi Castle. The door to the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you all finished gathering the hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left that 11037 password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. Dickbag. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. Oh, that's sad. That's how he lost Sayaka. That number contains a secret. Oh, someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that will to you all. I've entrusted it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair and using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there. Because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In a worst case scenario where an observer who has the role of a teacher goes rogue, I prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence? Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means, even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. Death. What is happening? Death, 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 death.
Hmm? Say what?
What was that just now?
Hmm?
Hey, Hajime, what was that weirdness just now? Nothing really. I see.
Anyway.
Oh well, anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. If that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in again. Did Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. See, it'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon. A very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery's getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. Still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? Everything was a lie. Then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings, too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't all that be meaningless, too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? So when we leave, now what happens? Ding dong, bing bong happens. Ahem.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Is that from the first game?
It's time for the long-awaited graduation exam. Please enter the red door located on the first floor of Hope's Peak Academy. See you soon.
A red door, huh? It's just a waste of time thinking about what this all means right now. For now, I need to finish this. I need to just focus on that. Okay, let me... It's this. Okay, guys. I'm gonna leave this one here. 'Cause I think we're going into our last... I don't know if it's gonna be like a... I guess it's gonna be like a trial or something, and then we'll figure out... Well, we kind of have found out kind of a lot of the truth, I guess. We're gonna see what happens. Like, are we gonna get out? That means everyone's alive? But then, like, what happens with, like, the Future Foundation and, like, what's going on in the world and stuff? Weird, but we're getting very close to the end of the game, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for notifications when I put out new videos. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!